Good afternoon. Welcome to the Special Duty Assignment Pay Program webcast. I am Senior Airman Chatham
and Staff Sergeant Galindo,
and we will be your narrators during today's webcast. The purpose of today's webcast is to provide updates on the SDAP program and changes to the process. To start things off, let's first discuss why the SDAP program exists. According to DoD Instruction 1340.26, Assignment and Special Duty Pays, paragraph 4.10, SDAP is designed to recognize service members assigned duties determined to be extremely demanding, require a greater than normal degree of responsibility or difficulty, or require special qualifications. This is our purpose, to recognize these service members. Everything from this point forward is focused on how we recognize these service members. Let's keep this in mind as we go over the contents of today's webcast. We will start things off by going over the many references that govern the SDAP program. From here, we'll dive into some of the various responsibilities within the program. Lastly, we'll go over completing the Air Force Form 2096 and share MilPDS how-tos, then open for questions. With our agenda laid out, let's go over our references.
References pertaining to SDAP first start with the United States Code, Title 37, Section 352, and lays the foundation for this program. DoD Instruction 1340.26, Assignment and Special Duty Pays, establishes policies, assigns responsibilities, and prescribes procedures concerning eligibility and requirements for receipt of all special duty pay in accordance with the U.S. Code. AFI 36-3017, Assignment Incentive Pay and Special Duty Assignment Pay, further codifies total force guidance and procedures for the Air Force. This AFI was recently updated and brings us to our next slide. AFI 36-3017 was updated on 20 September 2018 with a number of revisions. The minimum grade requirement has been removed. Unit commanders may now delegate the authority to no lower than an 03 captain or above who is on G series orders. Flight commanders are not authorized to approve SDAP unless they meet this criteria. Backdated requests more than 90 days now require the following information to be sent to AFPC, Total Force Service Center, SDAP, DP1, SSB via CMS. A signed copy of each certified monthly SDAP roster for the entire backdated period, a completed and signed Air Force Form 2096, and a justification memorandum from the next level approval authority. Example, if a squadron requests backdated SDAP, the justification memorandum is from the group commander. This is the case regardless if the squadron commander delegated authority. Senior enlisted leaders are highly encouraged to review the SDAP table during fiscal year release to ensure all eligible and qualified airmen are identified as soon as possible. It's imperative to assist commanders with the monthly reviews, at minimum, to ensure all eligible and qualified airmen are paid properly and timely. For the duration of this webcast, the term unit commander will include unit commanders, civilian directors, and other officers in the grade of captain or above on G series orders. This does not include flight commanders not on G series orders. Unit commanders start by verifying a member's eligibility. This is recommended to be accomplished as each member transitions in or out of the unit. Unit commanders then authorize pay based on the policy in place using the Air Force Form 2096. Unit commanders are also provided the monthly certification roster generated by the Military Personnel Data System as a tool to assist with oversight of the unit SDAP program. CSSs with MilPDS access have the ability to retrieve the monthly certification rosters. Those without access can retrieve these from their servicing military personnel flight. Instructions for how to retrieve this roster from MilPDS can be found in the SDAP PSD guide. Please note that these rosters must be returned to the servicing MPF each month, regardless of how they are obtained. The CSS is the first level of administrative support for the SDAP program. They coordinate with members of the unit and the unit commander to ensure eligible airmen are identified and proper documentation is completed in order for these airmen to be paid. They do so by advising unit personnel on how to complete the Air Force Form 2096, obtaining unit commander certification, and providing signed monthly certification rosters to the MPF.
MPFs provide support to the unit, their respective commanders, and the CSSs by advising, training, and also act as the liaison between the unit, local financial services office, and the Air Force Personnel Center. MPFs will retrieve the SDAP monthly certification rosters from MilPDS. They should provide rosters to those units without access to MilPDS. Any backdated cases should come from the MPF to AFPC, TFSC, SDAP, DP1 SSB for resolution and monitor the case until closure. Lastly, MPFs are also responsible for all MilPDS updates pertaining to SDAP. The only exception are those updates that reject and must be sent to AFPC, TFSC, SDAP, DP1 SSB for update. With those responsibilities laid out, let's move into how to document the SDAP on the Air Force Form 2096. The Air Force Form 2096 is the authorized source document for SDAP requests. The top of the Air Force Form 2096 identifies what unit is requesting SDAP in the From section and the servicing MPF in the To. In Section 1, please fill in the information as seen. Please take special note of the unit field. We've adjusted this to now reflect the last four of the member's pass. The bottom of Section 2. This can be accomplished by anyone in the member's chain of command. The From block is based on who the requesting official is, so please make sure this is correct. The unit field only applies to the member listed in Section 1. Here is the biggest change for completing the Air Force Form 2096. Section 5 remarks. We have removed use of the proficiency pay portion of Section 2 and will now be using Section 5 as annotated above. The first two lines are standard and apply for all SDAP requests. Only one SDAP action can be requested per Air Force Form 2096 and must reflect one of the following: start, stop, change, correct, or cancel. For example, if the Air Force Form 2096 is to document a rate change, annotate change. When requesting a change, a stop to the previous rate is not required, as the change is a continuation of the current SDAP entitlement. The SDAP effective date is the date of eligibility. This date must be accurate. The SDAP rule and rate must match an existing rule and rate on the current SDAP table and must coincide with the SDAP effective date listed on the SDAP table. The last two lines in this area are used to annotate mandatory comments in accordance with the SDAP table rule and associated notes for start only. These lines are also used to annotate the reason for any stop or changes for those requests where the Start 2096 is already within arms. Section 6 is the part completed by the unit commander. If the request is sent to AFPC for an update, please send the Air Force Form 2096 and G-Series orders for those signed by someone other than the unit commander. Section 7 is completed by the individual who accomplishes the update action within MilPDS. This is either completed by a member of the MPF or by AFPC. There are no exceptions. The date is when the MilPDS action update was completed. When Section 7 is completed by the servicing MPF, it is required to be mailed to AFPC to the address provided within the SDAP PSD guide. The Air Force Form 2096 cannot be electronically sent to AFPC for upload into the member's arms record. It must be mailed. Any Air Force Form 2096 completed by AFPC will be printed and hand-carried to arms. This covers from top to bottom the completion of the Air Force Form 2096. Now let's take a look at how to update MilPDS.
The update begins with identifying which action is needed. First, determine which SDAP action applies to the transaction being accomplished. You can find the table and additional details in Section E, paragraph 13 of the SDAP PSD Guide. Please take special note of the reason and rate codes that pertain to each action code, as they are all related. The SDAP rule must match a valid SDAP table entry in place as of the effective date annotated on the Air Force Form 2096. The rate is dependent on the SDAP table and rule referenced. The effective date of an action must be on or after the effective date on the current SDAP table and rule. The SDAP action reason should coincide with the SDAP action. For example, if a member is entitled to SDAP because of duty location, then the SDAP action reason J would apply. If member is a first sergeant and PCSing back to original career field not entitled to SDAP, action reason B would apply. The source doc should always be AV to annotate the Air Force Form 2096. The source doc Julian date is the date the commander or authorized representative approved the request on the Air Force Form 2096. Please ensure the proper Julian date format is used. Example, commander signed Air Force Form 2096 on 3 February 2018, then Julian date would be 18034. After inputting and confirming the information in these fields, save the record and wait for MilPDS to provide a response. If it does not confirm that the transaction was saved, you should receive some type of dialog box to explain what went wrong. The most common errors you will see are: system encountered a problem, please contact your system administrator, or member does not possess proper SEI for this rule in accordance with SDAP Table 2. The first error means something within the system went wrong. At this point, please coordinate with your PSM to aid in troubleshooting. If your PSM is unable to troubleshoot and reports the issue to the AFPOA A1 service desk, you will initiate a CMS case to AFPC, TFSC, SDAP, DP1 SSB, providing all source documents and MilPDS screenshot, so that our team can ensure the record is updated and coordinate with DFAS to have the member's pay adjusted accordingly. The second error means something is missing or mismatches an SDAP award criteria. A thorough review of the record is needed to identify what updates need to be accomplished before the SDAP transaction can take place. The MPF is advised to engage AFPC, TFSC, SDAP, DP1 SSB via CMS case, providing all source documentation and MilPDS screenshot so that our technicians and subject matter experts have all necessary information in order to analyze the problem and provide a solution. Remember that many things can affect a technician's ability to update SDAP. Thoroughly review the member's record to confirm accuracy and eligibility before attempting an update in MilPDS. This covers how to update MilPDS. Today we have briefly discussed the various references which govern the SDAP program along with the program's purpose for the U.S. Code down to the AFI. Within the AFI, we went over some roles and responsibilities that pertain to the unit commanders, CSSs, and MPFs. We also discussed a new process for backdated cases, how to complete the Air Force Form 2096, and updating MilPDS. As we mentioned in the beginning, SDAP is designed to recognize service members assigned to extremely demanding duties. It is up to unit leadership to ensure we identify and award eligible airmen in a timely manner. If you have any ideas that could improve how SDAP is executed, please feel free to send them through your MAJCOM A1s to AFPC, DP3SA, Special Programs. At this time, we would like to open up for your questions.